What's going on, everybody? What? Oh, come on, man.
Birthday weekend.
Welcome to the Probably Wrong podcast. Or if you think we're wrong, you probably are. We got the best wide receiver to ever come out of LaSalle. Adam, what's going on?
Birthday weekend. Living the
God.
dream. Let's go!
Birthday weekend.
A new member. The best kicker.
Golden.
The golden toe. Game-winning field goals. It's all he knows. Rob, what's up?
27-yard field goal, Edmonton Heights, week 2. No big deal.
Do you know the date, Rob?
He knows what he had for breakfast. It is Adam's birthday weekend.
Birthday weekend. Let's go.
Rob's joining us. We're back. We took a little bit of a break, but football season's here.
We're
We're ready to go.
like the Bears hibernating, waiting for Caleb Williams.
Caleb. All right, so we're going to go into pick our division winners today. And then after that, we're going to get into our picks for week 1 because week 1 football is here. The NFL's here. Thursday. 6 days away. Not bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, also, is that CD Lamb jersey, Rob?
Yeah. Best receiver in football, Oklahoma? Yeah, I'm out.
Signed?
Signed.
Is it 34 million? 100 million guaranteed?
I'm
Right
surprised you
behind
know it's
Jefferson.
Oklahoma.
Right behind Jefferson.
I didn't realize Jefferson had
35 mil.
over 1,000 yards in 8 games with 4 different quarterbacks last year,
He's a good receiver.
The best in the NFL.
and only one of them is good. The quarterbacks that was
Kirk Cousins.
Kirk wasn't bad.
Kirk. I mean, Kirk's a good quarterback. He's definitely an NFL quarterback.
He'll help the Falcons.
What was it? Nick Mullins, Josh Dobbs, and someone else. I can't recall the name, but
I couldn't tell you. That's how bad they were.
So let's start in the AFC because we're all NFC guys. We could save the NFC for last. AFC North. Last year, the Ravens won this division 13-4, followed by the Browns 11-6, Steelers 10-7, Bengals 9-8. Adam, you can start. Give me your order here. Your order.
I think it's going to go Ravens, Bengals, and then it's a toss-up between the Browns and the Steelers, depending all on their quarterback situation.
For both teams, really.
Yeah, I mean, Deshaun Watson is
bad.
He hasn't played like in
bad.
300-something days since week whatever. He's real rusty. For week 1 against Cowboys, that's a teaser. Continue that way.
Yeah, and then Steelers, same thing. Like Russell Wilson, Justin Fields,
I mean, Russ is playing. I don't see Russ. I mean, Russell had to be super bad to come out of week 1, but
I mean, both teams. That's just both teams have really good defenses, like fantastic defenses. But I think if Joe Burrow stays healthy and Jamar Chase decides he actually wants to play for the Bengals this year, I think Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, Browns. Oh, I say that because I just think Deshaun Watson's probably the worst quarterback out of that division.
which is saying something because of how bad Russ was last year.
Yeah.
Russ wasn't as bad as we thought he was.
No, I mean, like his underlying numbers were a lot better than getting blown out 70-20 or whatever they did against Miami.
That was pretty ugly.
Yeah, but I mean, I think he's on a little bit better situation for him. I don't, the let's ride, all that bullshit. He was just it was just a terrible spot for him.
Sure.
So you said, say it again, Adam.
Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, Browns.
Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, Browns.
I mean, Ravens got better. They lost one of the best linebackers in football to the Steelers, but they gained one of the best running backs in football.
That is the MVP.
Yeah, that is very true.
Yeah. So like I said,
yeah.
If Joe Burrow stays healthy all year, Jamar Chase decides he actually wants to play. Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, Browns, because Deshaun Watson might play 6 games this year and retire.
Yeah, true. Rob, why don't you give me yours?
Well, Adam said a lot of the same stuff I was going to say. I got the Ravens MVP, Derrick Henry. You can't stop that run attack, I don't think, this year. Bengals, Joe Burrow being fully healthy. You got T. Higgins. Chase is going to be back. That guy ain't going to miss out on his paychecks.
And he's like practicing with the team too.
So when Burrow stays healthy, Joe Cool, you almost have him win in the division again. But as to be seen, Ravens, Bengals. I don't trust, like he said, Watson as a quarterback yet. And then the Steelers, they just always have talent. Tomlin's never been below 500, so give me third place with them, and Browns to finish fourth in the division.
The division is pretty good last year, looking at just how they finished.
They're good teams.
I mean, for some reason, Steelers fans hate their head coach. Best in the business.
I don't know why.
It's something I'll never understand why Steelers fans hate Tomlin. But
imagine having a head coach.
That's for another conversation.
Yeah, I know, but I just can't imagine having a head coach that never go under 8 or never go under 500. And he's so bad. Okay,
that's the NFL though. It's like what have you done for me like this second? Not even like last season.
I mean, honestly, that division, the three teams, Ravens, Browns, and Steelers, arguably have the three best defenses in the NFL.
Yeah.
I mean, they're all up there, and it was just surprising that they all had such a good record. I mean, 9-8 for fourth place in the division is a pretty good record.
Quarterback play.
They didn't have Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase
they have quarterbacks and they have defense. That's for me. Well, I think I have the same thing. I have Ravens, Browns. Ravens, Bengals. Ravens, Bengals, Steelers, Browns for myself. And I think it's like a game. Like Ravens might finish 13-4 again, and the Bengals are 12-5, something like that. I don't think it's too crazy. If the Bengals were to win the division, I wouldn't be surprised.
Honestly, if the Browns win this season because Deshaun Watson played like he did in Clemson, then that also would surprise me. They got good talent. Chubb will be back week 5, 6.
It wouldn't surprise me.
Elijah Moore, Cooper.
But him playing well
Judy's
wouldn't
there
surprise me. But it also wouldn't surprise me if he didn't play at all.
It makes me think like when he was in Houston and he was like that dominant force, like just throwing the ball to DeAndre Hopkins in his prime really affect you that much. And like Will Fuller was faster than all the DBs. I gotta think that was a bigger factor. And then you never know what's going on mentally after all that stuff he went through.
Mm-hmm.
So consensus is the Ravens win, Bengals 2. Is that what we had there?
I think so.
AFC East. The Bills, Dolphins tied at 11-6 last year. Jets 7-10. Patriots a whopping 4-13. Rob, you can start this one.
Yeah, this division, I actually got the Dolphins winning this year. I got the Jets falling to second, Bills dropping to third, and the Patriots being the worst team in football. Probably finish around 4 wins again. Reasons why: Dolphins offense, elite, arguably 1-2 in the league. Can't stop that Hill, Waddle, A-Chain, and the whole running back crew.
Yeah.
Rodgers stays healthy. That is my caveat for second place for the Jets. He stays healthy, plays all 17, 18. They should be second place. Bills lost a lot on offense. And they didn't really try to help Allen much in the draft with receivers either. So I'm not liking that too much. And then the Patriots are just a shell of themselves. So
yeah.
That's what I got right now. I got the Dolphins, like I said, the Jets, Bills, and Patriots.
I don't hate that. Farrells, go ahead.
Oh, man. I mean, I'm never going to count Josh Allen out on the Bills, but I don't think the Bills are going to win the division. Patriots are last. They're last. Patriots are last. Jacoby's probably going to start the first 5 weeks. Then Drake May's going to come in and be the starter the rest of the year and see where he could take them. So I think Dolphins are going to win it. I think they just have too much talent on offense. Just how their defense can hold up.
Defense is sneaky good too, though.
It's sneaky good, but they still give up a lot. I think it's because their offense just doesn't stay on the field long enough because they're so explosive.
Mm-hmm. Chip Kelly style.
Yeah, and it's not their fault. Tyreek Hill's just a freak.
They're very, very fast.
But I think Dolphins. I'm going to go Dolphins, Bills, Jets, Patriots. Kind of just flip flop what they did last year, but I could see the Jets beating out the Bills also if Aaron Rodgers stays healthy.
I also like that. And I'm definitely Dolphins. I think they're probably going to win.
Mike McDaniels looks like Miami.
He just got extended today too. Was it today? He got extended today. I didn't see the price, but I would imagine it's quite a bit. But I think he is a good coach. You see, like the before and after, like before he got to Miami, and then after he got to Miami pictures.
It's
and
amazing.
Like,
it's like he is if you looked up like Miami in a dictionary, it'd be a picture of Mike Daniels right now.
Yeah, but not before he got there. No. You're like, who's this nerd? Yeah, who's he for sure? He really, really was. I'm going Dolphins. Then, yeah, I think it's got to be Dolphins, Jets, Bills, Patriots. I think we're all kind of in step there. Was that yours, Adam?
I did Dolphins, Bills, Jets.
Oh, Dolphins, Bills.
Oh, yeah.
But I could see the Jets being better than the Bills. I could see it.
I could.
Defense.
Yeah, it really depends. Like Rob, you said, like the receivers, they got Keon Coleman, but I don't know how. It's not like he's like
you're not gonna trust the rookie.
Marv. Yeah, I mean, that's what's interesting to me is like on the Commanders, Curtis Samuel, not good. Now he's like
he wasn't bad on the Commanders.
Suitable. Well, I'm just saying the consensus was he wasn't good. Mm-hmm. Not that he's like just a terrible player, but yeah. Put him in with Josh Allen, and I guess it raises your stock quite a bit.
Kincaid is number one right now, though.
Yeah, I would say that too. And I mean, I don't just think Dawson Knox is going to go away.
I think they're going to run a lot of 2 tight end sets.
Yeah, because especially with 2 tight ends that could catch the football, and now you're relying on a rookie. And I don't know exactly how Curtis Samuel is, but he's been in the league at least 5-6 years, something
Jack
like
Moss
that.
is going to touch the ball a lot too.
You mean James Cook?
That's exactly what I meant.
I knew. I figured. I was just, that's what we're here. That's what we're here. That's what we're here.
Getting used to it. Control Alt Tab. See the route.
Yeah. James Cook is going to. Yeah. I still think. They said Allen's not going to run the ball that much, but.
Yeah, he's a football player.
As much, but I think he might have to.
When the pocket collapses, he's gone.
Yeah, for sure. Let's do the AFC West. Last year, 11-6 Chiefs won this division, and then 8-9 Raiders, 8-9 Broncos, 5-12 Chargers. Go ahead, Adam.
Same. It's the same. It's not changing.
That same exact order.
Yeah. Well, Chiefs are winning it. If they don't win that division, then Patrick Mahomes got hurt. That's it.
Even then.
Yeah.
Here's a question: is if he goes out, is Carson Wentz competing for the top quarterback in that division?
Justin Herbert's probably going to be the next up in that.
Oh yeah, that was really good. That's a really good point. I was thinking about the Broncos and Raiders situation.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I could see potentially change. I don't think the Chargers are going to win.
Herbert's still hurt too.
Yeah, he's still hurt, and he has no one to throw to. They don't have a running game, and they're going to rely on their defense.
So you have no faith in the J.K. Dobbins?
No.
Gus Edwards combo?
I have no faith in the Chargers this year whatsoever.
The Ravens just shipped their running backs less than that. They're like,
they're gone.
You have them?
They're bringing Derrick Henry. Crazy. Broncos and Raiders, I could see them switching.
Broncos are on the rise. They were strong last year.
And I think
Bo Nix looked good.
I was gonna say I think Bo Nix has a chance to win Rookie of the Year. On honest to God, I mean I know Caleb Williams is like the guy right now in Chicago, and like everyone's like, oh my God, but Bo Nix could ball.
And he has good receivers too.
Yeah, and he's old.
Cortland Sutton caught a lot of touchdown passes last year that I think kind of went under the radar.
So what's good about Bo Nix on the Broncos right now? He's a rookie, but he played like 5 years of college, I think. Like.
He played, yeah. I don't know if he was like a COVID guy, like a COVID guy.
He might have been. And he didn't have a bad college career. And I mean, so he's not like he could process stuff faster than like a normal rookie because he played like so many college games.
And what happened to Stetson Bennett?
He just doesn't have the talent like Bo Nix.
I know. It's because he played like 45 years of college football.
Well, I will say I'm excited to see Minshew starting for the Raiders.
He looked terrible, and even in the preseason against the Cowboys.
That's fine.
I mean, it's the Chiefs division, everybody else after that, but he looked real bad. Bo Nix might be the second best quarterback in that division.
If Justin Herbert's healthy, best.
Yeah.
You guys keep forgetting about this Herbert guy.
He's on my list of Trevor Lawrence's. What has he
really
done to prove that he's as good as people always keep saying he is? Discussion for another topic, but.
I mean, you can talk it out right now.
Don't get me started. We're about to get started on Trevor Lawrence this next division.
Justin Herbert's in this one.
Yeah, I know. AFC West.
AFC South's actually competitive, so I like that.
Yeah, AFC West. Chiefs, Raiders, Broncos, Chargers, or Chiefs, Broncos, Raiders, Chargers. Then there you go. One team's making the playoffs out of the division. It's the Chiefs.
Yeah, that's a one playoff division for sure. Rob, do you have the same then?
I had the Broncos just coming in second. I like the running attack. Sean Payton's the second best coach in that division, so give me the Broncos second, followed by the Raiders, Chargers.
I will say the Raiders have one of my favorite players in the NFL. His name
Max Crosby.
Max Crosby.
Yeah, he's very good.
Endless energy.
And then they just interview him in the locker room. He's just smoking the pack of cigarettes.
I'm going to go. Chiefs also are going to win the division. Yes, that's in a wild take. Clip it, put it on the internet everywhere. I picked the Chiefs. I'm going to pick the Chargers to come in second place in the division.
That's a take there.
So they got a new coach. I don't think J.K. Dobbins is as bad as everyone thinks. I just think he gets hurt a lot. If the receivers, like, we don't know what Ladd McConkey's going to do because he's a rookie. Joshua Palmer, never been in a one role before, but if he gets fed and if he could play, you got a rookie quarterback, and then you got Gardner Minshew or Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah, I might as well just put me out there because that's what they're terrible.
I would have rather Aiden McConnell, especially in a fantasy. If I have Devontae Adams, I want Aiden McConnell, the quarterback. 21 targets in week 17. He's just looking to throw him the football. I think Gardner Minshew's a gamer, but I mean, he was a game away from the Colts when getting to the playoffs last year. But then Broncos, Raiders in that order for me.
I don't hate it, but
we'll see.
It's Chiefs.
Yeah, I mean, after Chiefs, it doesn't really matter because I don't think any of them are going to the playoffs.
Excellent. It's a little interesting.
Started off last year's AFC South. Texans at 10-7, Jags 9-8, Colts 9-8, Titans 6-11.
I think Texans are still going to win it.
Okay.
I think the offense they have is just absolutely disgusting. And they added Diggs to that receiving core, and they added Joe Mixon to their running game. It's going to be disgusting.
Years though for Stroud?
He'll be fine. I think the Jaguars are going to take a step back because Trevor Lawrence is just not the guy, and they lost some receivers, but
they added one though.
Who?
Brian Thomas Jr.
Anyway,
also he's a rookie. He's really good. Yeah. Did you see him
No,
very good.
You didn't see him in the preseason. You're going to talk.
I actually haven't.
Well,
for this guy.
Pay attention.
I just think the Colts are a lot better football team.
Health is a thing for them.
Mm-hmm.
I would say, if we're talking
for who, Jonathan Taylor,
their quarterback,
they went 9-8 without him last year.
Gardner Minshew's not there, so
true.
And I think Gardner Minshew is a viable starter, as much as I said last.
I would say Gardner Minshew over Trevor Lawrence, honestly.
Was Richardson ever hurt in college?
Here's a stat I heard that Anthony Richardson has played 17 games from high school to the pros.
That's it.
That was like
17.
Trey Lance. No experience.
And hurt a lot. So
he needs a slide.
That's a big boy. He probably don't know how to slide. That's my off-topic side note. Something I always think about, as athletic as these guys are, watching some of them slide is mind-blowing. No, I don't
basketball and football.
I don't get it. Like, here, save your career and slide. I don't know how. Oh my God.
Jimmy G tore his ACL trying to slide, I think, the 1 year.
Well, he's too pretty to slide. So, Adam, say it again to me. Texans,
Colts, Jags, Titans. What
do you think of Will Levis?
I think he's a stud, but they still don't. I mean,
stud.
He's a stud. He's going to be so good.
He hasn't thrown a pass yet.
Yes, he has.
Will Levis played last year.
Oh, see, look at me. I'm ready.
His first game, he threw like 3 touchdowns.
Stud.
And then I think he's going to be like just straight boom bust kind of guy. He's going to throw the ball down the field a ton. Calvin Ridley's going to run a ton down the field. And then his running backs are pass catchers.
That's what I said. They have running backs that could catch, but I don't think they have a running game.
Well, that's what's funny about that team, because they went from Jeff Fisher to the Vrabel offense, and all of that was just like pound the football. I mean, granted, they had Derrick Henry, which kind of influences your game plan, but
Tony Pollard, though, he got the juice back. They're saying Tony Pollard got the juice back.
Tony Pollard himself said he didn't feel right till after week 8 on their bye, that his injury still felt, and he was pretty good down the stretch for them.
And Spears is pretty good backup too.
Spears is good player.
Oh, the Spears dynasty teams owners in shambles after the Tony Pollard signing, because they thought he was going to be the next guy up in an offense that just pounds the football. But either way, so Texans, Colts, Jags, Titans. Rob, what do you think?
I got Texans, Colts, Jags, Titans too.
Okay. Well, we said it was interesting, but see, it's just held for me. I'm gonna say Texans. Yeah, Texans, Colts, Jags, Titans. That seems to be I don't know. If outside of injury, I think that's what's gonna happen there.
Mm-hmm.
Now that the AFC, we got now NFC North with the Lions at 12-5, Packers 9-8, Vikings 7-10, Bears 7-10. This is a pretty interesting division here. Rob, what do you think here?
Well, I got the Packers 1, Lions 2, because of actually injury reasons. I feel like the Lions always get banged up. That's going to be an issue. Plus Goff, Vikings coming last, and Bears third. I just think Caleb's going to have some growing games going into the league. It's a lot different than college. Guys are just much faster than I think he realizes. Even though he had that one good pass in that preseason game, but I mean, they showed other quarterbacks doing the same thing. Once they start scheming for him and all that, I think it's going to be a reality check for him.
Yeah.
And Keenan Allen, as cool as the name sounds, people are saying he looks kind of slow and a little fatter now.
Yeah, that too.
DJ Moore is amazing. And the other is just a rookie after that. But give me Jordan Love. Jordan Love, I mean, Cowboys game, playoffs to the side. The last half of the season, they were the best team in football almost. And Jordan Love was tearing apart the league. So give me back. I think he's one of the best coaches
LaFleur
in football.
Yeah.
So give me Packers, Lions because of injuries and Goff, Bears, and then Vikings. Jefferson can't do it all by himself. They don't have a quarterback.
No, they don't. They do not have a quarterback.
They have Aaron Jones now, but
I don't know if I care about that much. I mean, maybe if it was, well, I mean, people were still acting like this wasn't going to be a battle anyway of JJ McCarthy, a rookie. Granted, JJ looked really good in the time we saw him. He looked very good. But Sam Darnold might have still started the season anyway over a rookie quarterback. But Adam, what about you? What do you think?
Unlike Rob, I think the Lions are going to win it. He is discounting Jared Goff, who has been to a Super Bowl, unlike somebody in the next division. I won't mention any names. Dak Prescott.
A lot of quarterbacks made playoffs. That's a rule.
Jared Goff is a proven winner in the NFL. I don't know why he doesn't get the credit. He is proven. He wins. He wins games. He's a good game manager. He knows the reads. He wins games. Lions, Packers, I think both make the playoffs. I think they both could make it to the NFC Championship and both win the NFC Championship. They're both very good teams. But I think it's going to be Lions, Packers, then Bears, Vikings. Vikings might be one of the worst teams in the NFL this year.
But yeah, Vikings defense is supposed to be about middling, I think. Like around 14th, 15th ranked in the all of the NFL. Points. Yeah, I'm on Lions side too, I think, to win the division. But like I said in the AFC North, I think it's like a game. It's going to come down to second to last week. I don't know if they play each other, their schedule exactly. I think Lions are just a better overall team. Mm-hmm. I think they're going to control the line of scrimmage a lot more. Sewell is like insane, and then Hutchinson's insane. They got really good players, and then Amon-Ra is definitely the best receiver of the two teams.
Easily.
But yeah, and then you just don't know who's going to. Like Romeo Dobbs is not even the best receiver on that team, but he runs the most snaps, he runs the most routes, he does all that. And then like Christian Watson has hamstring, is whatever. I mean, they
number one. And as of right now, Lions have a healthy Williamson at receiver all year this year too.
Also for the Lions though, their coach, I can't trust Dan Campbell either though. He still kind of makes a lot of boneheaded plays or calls, I should say.
Oh yeah, the fourth down calls.
I'm saying that could come back to
haunt. Yeah, for sure, because he's made
the wrong calls.
He did it last year in the NFC Championship game.
That's what I'm saying.
I remember it perfectly.
in big moments too. He's not just. It's not like it's like first quarter and it's like a blunder. It's like when the game's on the line.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Also, the Vikings, as bad as we're talking about them, I can see them beating any one of these teams any given Sunday.
I agree.
Not without a quarterback.
But
they still have the best receiver in football and a solid running back.
That's what I'm saying.
Win a game for you.
There was no saying JJ McCarthy was going to win this job to start the season anyway.
They don't have an offensive line though,
dude.
It didn't change from last year, and they were pretty solid last year on offense.
With bad quarterbacks.
Ask Kirk Cousins how that ended up for him.
Well, I mean, ask Aaron Rodgers. Same thing. It's an Achilles. It's not like a contact injury. Usually, it's non-contact. But they had Jordan Addison was very good last year. Justin Jefferson, like I said, 1,000 yards in 8 games of four different quarterbacks.
Addison's already suspended.
3 games.
And I'm not saying they're going to win the division. I just said they could beat any one of those teams in the division.
Yeah. I mean, well.
Plus, they get Hawkinson back later in the season.
I still think they're going to be one of the worst teams in the NFL.
We'll see.
If they do come in last place, they're 5 games better than any of the other last place teams.
Division.
Yeah, and it's going to be like the Bengals are 9-8. It's going to be like something like that where it's not anything crazy. I'm like I said, I'm going Lions, Packers. Bears, Vikings.
And I will let you two fight over this next one.
I mean, I think we both know who we're gonna pick. Like, it's not like it's gonna be
the Rams being number 1 in the division. Oh, sorry, we're not to that one yet.
Okay, so now we're going to the NFC East. Adam, you start. You go get out of the way.
Well, minus the bet me and Rob have, Washington's going to win it. That's just a side bet. I don't actually think they're going to win the division. That's just a side bet.
You guys have a bet Washington's going to win?
Bet, yes.
And you're on Washington side?
I'm on Washington. It's a
He's
side
also
bet.
on Quaaludes for thinking that.
How much?
$20 in candy.
Let me get it. And candy?
And candy.
Sweeten the deal.
Raisinets.
Sweeten the deal.
It's just a stupid side bet. But if I'm being honest here, man, Giants are last.
That makes sense.
Washington's third.
That makes sense.
It's 1 and 2, man. I don't know.
This is a tiebreaker.
The team that returned 12 Pro Bowlers, 12 wins last 3 years. I don't know. Team that didn't collapse.
Eagles have returned everyone too, and they added Barkley. It's so tough.
We added a Pro Bowl.
However, based on last year,
so do we.
How the seasons have ended last year.
Well, not a corner, but a safety.
Just going based off the momentum.
Oh Jesus! Then just take the Cowboys. Just say it.
Cowboys, Eagles, Commanders.
Giants. This guy loves the Cowboys.
Couple of 5 rings cutting it up. Couple of 5-ring teams cutting it up.
I just think they have something more to prove than the Eagles.
Well, their head coach and their quarterback, especially.
Mm-hmm.
Adam, are you aware of the NFC East curse, if you will?
Whoever wins the division never wins the division 2 years in a row.
Not for that. What is it, like 12 years or something like that?
A long time since the Giants went on their little run. And also, Adam, while we're on the top of curses, you aware of the Madden curse?
Why we got to bring that up? He's had 2 healthy years, and now we got to bring that up and jinx him.
I think last year was the first year he played all the games.
Anywho,
just jinxed him.
All right. Anyway, go ahead, Rob.
All right.
Who do you want me to pencil in for the top spot here?
We got Giants 4th, Washington 3rd. Adam said so greatly. But argument between the Eagles, Cowboys, I'm just going to say, just based off purely because of the Dak contract situation, I feel it's going to like any other sport contract year. It's going to be like, I think he's just going to ball out. Not saying Dak hasn't balled the last few years because they're the number 1 offense in the league the last 3 years behind Dak when he's healthy. So you can't knock that. The running back situation is a glaring weakness, but at the same time, Rico, from what I watch and read, he could be the main guy. Plus, trades can always happen for a running back. Easiest position to trade for in football is a running back. That being said, defense got Trayvon Diggs back. They lost Bland for 6 games, but he will be back. Overshawn's back from Texas from last year. The defense got reamped, actually. They're going to be better than they were last year. As much as people love Dan Quinn, he's got interceptions. Zimmer's back now. Defense looks better 4-3. Stop that run, which in that division will be big with Barkley not being there. All that being said, Eagles are super talented. It's a coin flip, but of course I'm going to pick the Cowboys just based off the contract situation. The defense actually getting better, and just now with CeeDee Lamb being back in the fold, not worrying about all that, I think they could ball out. And either way, Cowboys first, Eagles second.
Yep. I mean, that's kind of what I thought you were going to say. And I mean, I don't disagree. I mean, look at CeeDee Lamb in his contract year, basically. Well, not a contract year, but wanting a new contract, and was like,
they had him for 3 more years, technically.
I mean, same thing with Chase and stuff. And these guys are just like, no, I'm not playing without money. But I get it. Well, for me, I'm gonna go with the Eagles, and we have arguably the worst collapse in sports last year as far as.
Tell me more. I forget.
Losing. When did that collapse start?
We lost 6 of the last 7 games.
Yeah, but who was that first one? Who really started that rock slide, that landslide?
Oh, it was the 49ers. The 49ers did it to us.
Really did.
So there's a lot. I gotta imagine they're pretty pissed off about that and wanting to. And then, they added pieces, lost Kelsey. I'm pretty sure Cam Jernigan's has not given up a sack in his career yet either. Lane Johnson's still there. Jordan Moitai's still there. I think the offensive line is going to be good. You add Barkley, arguably the best wide receiving core in the league.
Mm-hmm. I'll give you that.
Dallas Goedert. And then you bring back C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Bradbury hurt now, but you draft yeah, he was playing. He was going to play safety.
Saved him a roster spot.
Yeah, true. But he was going to play safety. But then I've heard Quinyon Mitchell's looking really good. He looked good in preseason. Slay is good.
Slay's so good.
Slay is good. Slay is what? In what way was Slay not good?
He's still good. I wanted to say he's just the all-pro anymore. He used to be. He lost a step.
He was
getting picked on at the end of the year last year. He was getting picked on.
On Twitter, someone was like, something about 3 years from now, and he's like, hell no, I'm not making it 3 years, 3 more years. But
he's still really good.
Yeah, and then I improved at linebacker, I think, which was one of our glaring weaknesses because we were the number one run defense for 10 weeks, and then we were the worst run defense for 7 weeks. And I just don't know how that happens to a team, but there's got to be, even if we're middle ground, we probably win two games there in that crap span.
Do you think that run defense had to do with your secondary being so bad that teams just weren't running because they knew they could just pass the ball? So your run defense by default might look good just because teams aren't running it. Because the secondary was a glaring weakness last year for the Eagles.
Bradbury was terrible. And then, like you said, if Slay's getting picked on too, and we just were, I don't know. I don't know if you call it like the momentum in the opposite direction. Is it defensive play calling? Is it the atmosphere in the locker room sounded like it wasn't great. From what I see this year, it seems a little bit more a team chemistry, a team bonding, coherent, just things that I see, videos on the internet. But
even with Kelce leaving like that, I mean, isn't he was like the captain, the voice, right, of that offense?
Yeah, now it's
who takes the leadership role now?
It's got to be Jalen.
Can't be it, but
I think Jalen is like the role model. I think like if you're like 15 years old and you're wondering how to like compose yourself and carry yourself on
that
and think, yeah. The way Jalen talks, I think is he's the guy. And I know it's Cam and Jalen are splitting like defensive reads to start because that was Kelce. He did all of that, the defensive reading pre-snap stuff, and now they're both doing it, which I think it's gonna move towards just Jalen as the season goes on, in my opinion. But we got 2 more. So the NFC West with the Niners at 12-5. Sorry, Rams 10-7, Seahawks 9-8, and the Cardinals at 4-13. Adam, take it. It's your division. Let's go.
Oh well, I'm gonna go Niners.
That's cool.
Yeah, I know who Rob likes to win it, but I'm gonna go Niners. They have everyone back pretty much, minus as of right now Trent Williams. But they are working on it. They are working on it.
That's more important than Brandon Ayuk.
It was, but
I said that on too. Same exact thing.
They are working on it. I've been saying it.
Purdy is
very much so.
But I mean, the offense is still gonna run. They still have CMC. They have Debo. They have Ayuk. They have Kittle. I mean, it's still gonna go.
For sure.
And that defense is still elite. I mean, Hufanga's coming back this year. Fred Warner's the best linebacker in football, and Nick Bosa is the top 3 defensive end in the NFL. I mean,
his name just gave me.
How's your secondary looking though? Because that was a weakness last year for them too, though.
Just like I said, Hufanga's come back.
Travarius
Ward was all pro last year. He's one of the most underrated corners in the NFL.
Who's that linebacker that got hurt?
Greenlaw.
Greenlaw.
I thought I was going to ask. Do you know? I haven't heard anything.
As of right now, D. Winters is taking that role.
I mean,
Greenlaw's out for a little while. He just tore his Achilles in the Super Bowl.
I was going to say he got hurt in the last possible day you could get hurt, pretty much.
I think the Niners just have too much talent, and Kyle Shanahan is an amazing head coach. I will say I think they're going to make a blockbuster trade before the trade deadline. I don't know who's going. I don't know.
They're going to trade away one of them.
Trade away somebody.
Well, it's not going to be Ayuk now.
It's not going to be Ayuk, but it might be Debo.
Here's the thing: your window's now probably for the Niners. Why would they trade away a guy? And then also that makes sense why Ayuk was going to be traded, because right now your window's now.
It's now. I know.
In his prime, Trent Williams 2 more years. Why would they trade a guy? I'm just asking. Why would they trade away a guy when it's all in right now? It makes no sense.
It all depends what they can get for him. I mean,
you're not going to get better in return than what you probably.
They were both on the trading block already this year. I mean,
but they're not now, though.
Well, no, not now. But it's the Niners, man. That front. I love their front office. They make good decisions most of the time. I said most of the time. There's been some.
They're better at free agency than they are drafting.
No, I mean Trey Lance was a terrible pick, but they've drafted some good ones.
First for him also too.
Yeah, but they've drafted some good ones.
All right, go with your rest of your.
All right, Niners. Niners, Rams, Cardinals, Seahawks.
Niners, Rams, Cards, Seahawks. All right. Rob, what do you think?
Well, like Adam already said, I think as long as Nakua comes back healthy, Kupp stays healthy, I like Stafford. To me, he is easily the best quarterback in the division by far. And I love their coach more so than Shanahan. McVay's like top tier to me in the league. Yes, they lost Donald, but their defense is still out there. They still know a way to get the ball back. So I'm going to take the Rams, Niners, Cardinals, then Seahawks. And it's going to be like the Cowboys thing, I think. I don't think it's going to be a big split in the 1-2, but I just have the edge to the Rams. And in the last few years, I feel like the Rams had the Niners numbers too when it comes to head-up schedule or record.
Rams have beat the Niners one time in like the last 5 years, and it was in
pretty
a playoff
good though,
game.
right?
Yeah, pretty good. They have their number.
I was kind of going back and forth trying to think about those top two. I think it's probably going to be the Niners. It's so like the Rams are completely hinged on Stafford staying healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And I know that kind of goes for most teams, like their quarterback stays healthy, but if he goes down, because like if Purdy goes down, I think you could still
Josh Dobbs
get some wins with CMC in the backfield and
the
stuff like that.
astronaut.
But so I'm going to go Niners, Rams, Cards, Seahawks. Though I think the Seahawks are going to have a good defense, so they might.
Their offense is pretty good too.
Their offense isn't terrible. I just think the Cardinals have a better team this year now.
Yeah, Stafford probably is the best natural quarterback, but I feel like I would want Kyler Murray.
Niners might be the best team, but I think the Niners also have the worst quarterback in the division.
You think
worse than Geno?
Geno Smith is better than Brock Purdy?
I mean, Geno has. We're talking about just recent, the last 2 years or so. Geno's looked pretty good. I'm talking about what have you done for me lately, kind of thing. Yeah. Geno has looked no worse than Purdy does, but
he's been to Brock Purdy was just in a Super Bowl and back-to-back NFC Championship games.
He also had a better team around. I'm talking about pure quarterback.
Well, Brock Purdy's also been in the NFL for 2 years only.
I'm just saying the last 2 years. I was saying he might be the worst quarterback in the division. You get the best team.
On that note, BRB.
NFC South. We're gonna go. Wow, this division was just terrible. It was Bucks 9-8, Saints 9-8, Falcons 7-10, and then the Panthers mustered up 2 wins at 2-15. Rob, what do you think here in this shit show of a division?
Oh yeah. Well, the Falcons, we could go by based off the talent they have now, the new quarterback. I have to say, just based on the talent, new coach, new regime, give me the Falcons number one. To come out there, show all their new toys off.
Yeah.
Just say we have some talent out here. What's one of the better running backs on football? Great receivers. Let's see what they do. The tight end, maybe Pitts might actually do something now. So give me Falcons one. I like the Saints. A lot of people are just sleeping on the Saints, and I like their defense is always solid. Kamara's still there. I mean, you don't have Thomas of yesteryears, but I mean, they always
Olave.
And I mean, you got Olave, who's probably one of the more underrated receivers in football. I feel like no one ever likes to talk about him.
I think it's quarterback that gets him not down because he goes fantasy second round, third round, right there.
Oh, he's definitely up there. Saints 2, then give me the Bucks 3. I think I love Baker's a baller. Baker plays real well, and he's
a gamer.
But give me a number 3, and then the Panthers. They're just rebuilding. I mean, I actually hope they do better. They have some players on that team I like, so I hope they do better. But they're just the bottom of the barrel for right now.
They have to do better.
This is up your star running back is now up the first 4 games, but
yeah. And Miles Sanders apparently non-existent, and
that was a guy Cowboys were heard about trading for, but I don't think I would even want him. He's no better than what they have now.
I just don't get how he's so bad. From what I watched, and then he just doesn't. Whatever. Adam, NFC South: Bucks 9-8, Saints 9-8, Falcons 7-10, Panthers 2-15. what do you think?
Falcons, Bucks, Saints, Panthers.
Falcons, Bucks, Saints, Panthers. I'm gonna go with the Falcons also. I think they're just. I mean, if Kurt is like Kurt pre Achilles, I think they're gonna. Though I think this division is gonna be like close again.
Yeah.
Because like
9-10 wins.
Yeah, I would say that. I don't think more than 10. Unless like Kirk just comes out and he's just like feeling it and he's just throwing the ball all over the place and Bijan's like
I was gonna say
the Bijan that we think he's gonna be. Like
Bijan gonna win offensive player of the year like Christian did last year.
Yeah, I mean he's could be like CMC like.
Yep.
For me, Saints, or not Saints, Falcons. Probably Falcons, Bucks, Saints, Panthers. If I had to, which I do.
Do we all agree the Panthers are the worst team in the NFL, or the Patriots?
Who has more wins? Who has more wins this year?
Oh God,
that's so tough.
Give me.
It's so tough.
I'll take the Patriots being the worst, just because they don't even. I don't think they have an identity on either side, really.
Yeah, it depends. Drake May. He looked like okay.
He could. I think Drake May could play. I think they made the wrong choice, giving Jacoby the start week 1.
So,
coaches are always so reserved.
Look at their schedule. I think it's like
so tough.
The first 8 games are insane. They're just like
the division's impossible for them.
Yeah, and I think they might let Jacoby like weather the storm and then bring Drake in halfway through, so he doesn't just get crushed.
Yeah, like Jacoby, you're not doing it. Let's bring our rookie in, and if he doesn't do well, then it's like, well, better luck next year.
Yeah,
I could see the Patriots getting the number 1 pick.
Oh, for sure. I mean,
I could also see the Vikings or Giants getting the number 1 pick.
I feel like it's gonna be the Giants. Even if the Giants don't. If they finish last in the division, they have like sub 5 wins, sub 6 wins, they're going to trade up for the number 1 pick. If they can. They have to get the quarterback. Whatever quarterback comes out of this. Yeah, Shador. Though, I mean, that's a side note, but we had a full-on concert in the locker room for beating North Dakota State.
That's
week 1.
I know they just barely won, but I don't. Travis Hunter is the best player in college football.
That's fine. I mean, that's fine, but his team.
Again.
Their defense is horrendous. Will always be horrendous. Their offensive line is horrendous. Will always be horrendous. I don't know why in the transfer portal or recruiting that's just what they focused on, but they didn't, and it showed. Anyway.
All right. Well, we are quite a ways in. We got a lot of games to pick. So the first game, Thursday night, Ravens at the Chiefs. The line opened at -3. It's still -3. The over-under is 47. It only dropped half a point. I don't think weather is going to be a factor. Chiefs are 4-1 against the Ravens in the last 5. Rob, who do you like in this game? And we're not going to pick against the spread. We're just going to pick straight up.
Straight up, yeah. Give me the Ravens.
Ravens. Perez, what do you think?
Ravens.
That's something.
Derrick Henry's just going to have like 150 yards rushing and 2 touchdowns.
It's not so much for the Chiefs. Just always start slow. They always take a little time to get going, and they have a circus around them with everything. So I think it's going to take time again, and then they'll probably win the Super Bowl. But to start the season, they always start kind of slow. Give me the Ravens.
I'm gonna take the Chiefs in this one. I think
I respect that. I mean, it could go either way, but
Pacheco is a lot better. Got a lot better, and I think Mahomes receivers don't have to be amazing. If Rashee Rice, if Xavier Worthy is fastest man on earth, and he could just
so fast.
Brown will be back in like 2 weeks, and he's just as fast as those guys too.
Yep, I don't.
And Kelsey's still there and healthy now. So
Yeah, I don't think Kelsey's gonna. I know there's worry about him, but I don't think he drops off that much.
He didn't drop off. He didn't drop off last year.
He had a good year. It was one of his like historic years for him.
All right, game 2. This is the Friday game in Brazil.
Ooh, the no green game.
The no green game.
The Eagles are wearing black helmets
to say, "Hey, no green."
Yeah. Packers, Eagles go to Brazil where you can't wear green. The line opened at -1.5. It moved to the Eagles -2.5. Over under 48.5. It said about 65 degrees there. I don't know. I don't really know exactly what in a week or two, or not a week or two, just a week. Packers won 3 of the last 5 against the Eagles, but the last time they played was Aaron Rodgers. So, Adam, what do you like in this game?
I like the Eagles.
Eagles.
I think their offense is just better.
I mean, like we said, well, Rob mostly said before, the Packers were very good down the stretch. Jordan Love was lit the place up.
Jordan Love, I'll give the Packers. They know how to find those franchise quarterbacks.
That's a segue to my pick then. Yeah. Just based off the Packers offense and the way the Eagles defense looked last year in the secondary, until the Eagles prove to me that secondary's been fixed and the running game can stop the running game, give me the Packers. Just until proven.
Innocent until proven guilty. I don't know what that means exactly in that situation.
It doesn't.
I'm going to take the Eagles to win that football game. And that's all I need to say about that. Because Homer pick, don't care. I'm picking the Eagles.
On the road,
I mean, they're both on the road.
Who's home?
It's ours, and that's so stupid.
Eagles is home.
Ugh.
We lose a home game to go week 1 to Brazil to whatever. I'll move on. So then we move to Sunday. 1:00 games. First one, Steelers at the Falcons. Line open, Falcons -2, moved to Falcons -3. Over under is at 40. It was at 45.5 and it dropped to 40.5. 5-point drop. Did it drop 5 points after because of
Russ?
Yeah. Or was it going to drop 5 points no matter who they named? But
when did it drop?
I looked this up 2 days ago. It was like the day after he got named quarterback, their starter.
It was Russ then.
I'll got my pick, and I'll say the Steelers.
Steelers.
Interesting. So we pick Steelers to come in third in their division, Falcons to win their division, and now they're going to lose week 1.
We're not saying up against the teams. Give me the defensive player of the year, the better head coach against an unproven head coach. Kirk still has to show he's going to be healthy to throw the ball. And, yeah, just give me the Steelers who've been proven to win in tough environments, and you should finish ahead.
Adam, that's who you have too?
Steelers. Those same reasons, actually.
I'm going to take the Falcons. I don't know what's going to happen there at Russ. I prefer the talent of the Falcons. I don't know if I would bet that game, though, at even the Falcons, like Falcons -3. But I think I'll take the Falcons on this one, straight up. Next game, Jaguars at the Dolphins. Not much of a travel there for the other team. Line open, Dolphins -3.5. Over under is 49.5. It's Miami. I don't think the weather has to be a factor.
Should we all just say who's going to win?
The Fins in the over.
Yep. 1, 2, 3. Dolphins.
Yeah, Dolphins. That's
an easy. That's an easy one.
Can't wait till we come back and have to talk about the Jacksonville Jaguars beating the Dolphins.
Yeah.
After we all picked them.
Lawrence. Oh God.
Most overrated.
Most overrated. Titans at Bears. Bears opened.
Whoa.
Then we got
Vikings Giants. My bad. Sorry, I was trying to type in our picks.
You missed one of the most intriguing games of the season.
It's the toilet bowl week 1. Give me the Vikings.
Oh God!
They have the better talent. They have a better running back, Aaron Jones, better receivers. They have a solid defense.
Give me the Vikings.
I agree because I think this is going to be an ass whooping. To be honest with you, the Giants suck. There's no way around it. I don't know how Dable won Coach of the Year 2 years ago.
I don't know how Daniel Jones got like a $220 million contract.
Because he won a playoff game against the Vikings. The last time that they faced each other was in the playoffs in the wild card game, and Vikings beat them. All right, now Titans versus Bears. Titans at the Bears. Bears line open at -4.5. Bears giving. It stayed there. It's still 4.5. 42.5 point over. Rob, go ahead. Give your pick.
Caleb gets his first win first week. Give me the Bears week 1. Talent's just there for them. The Titans just don't have, I don't think, the matchup, especially on the defensive side for the Bears against the Titans offense. Bears week 1. I don't think Caleb is anything special the first week, but he finds enough to get it done, and they win. Close game, though.
Yeah, it might be a close. Adam, what do you think?
Give me the Bears. I think in Chicago, Caleb Williams' first start, that crowd is going to be insane, sold out. As much as I want the Titans to put him in his place, because the Bears.
I don't think Caleb gets rattled. I think he's pretty confident. Obviously, confident because he's in the NFL, but I don't think he's going to get rattled. Like the moment's not too big for him. Next game is Cardinals at the Bills.
That's a good game.
That's an interesting one. Bills. It opened Bills -7, moved to Bills -6. 47.5 point total. Adam, who do you have here?
Honestly, I'm going to take the Cardinals.
I mean, I don't disagree. I was going to say, give me the revamped offense. Kyle Murray's back. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Give me the team that once again has the better offensive talent. The defense, I will see, but
yeah, I think Josh Allen. Yeah, Josh Allen's going to be the best player in that game, but I think overall the Cardinals just have, like Rob said, the most talent on their team.
Well, I do think the Cardinals have a better offense, but their defense is not very good.
No.
Either is the
Bills.
I'm going to take the Bills
on defense.
They got rid of everyone.
Well, they got rid of their whole secondary, which was I didn't quite understand that.
2 of the players on the Cowboys now.
I'm going to take the Bills though in that game.
If you want to take the better quarterback, I
get it
against a bad defense. Though I think it's going to be close, like we said, and I think it's going to be a high total. Like
it's going to be high scoring.
Well, they have it at
Maserati.
It's at 47.5. It's 48. It's at. I mean, that's a high total for the NFL. I think it's going to go over that game.
Both defenses are like
ass. Yeah, they're ass.
I don't think it's going to be a -7, -6 spread either. I think it's going to be like a 2-3 point game.
I think I would take the points and I would take the over. Whoever's getting the point. Well, obviously it's them, but like, you know what I'm saying. Whoever, if it went either way, I would take points on either side.
Next one's easy.
Bengals, Patriots.
Bengals.
Oh, I was the wrong one. Bengals. Yeah, give me Bengals. That one. Yeah, that's good.
I would take the Bengals without Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow in this game.
Yeah, probably me too. Regardless of who starts at quarterback for the Patriots. We don't have to talk about that one. That one's Bengals -7.5. It actually moved to 9.5.
It's in
I think I still think I would take that game. Well, this was an interesting one. Texans at the Colts. It opened Texas -1.5, moved to 2.5.
Go ahead, Rich.
I'm taking the Texans in this game for sure. I think they're going to come out firing. I think D'Amico Ryans is a really good coach. Their receiving core is insane, and I know. And Stephon Diggs is probably like the third best receiver at this point, in my opinion. Tank Dell is so good. If you watch Tank Dell play, he was so good. He could get open. He could run all the routes. He was just insane. I mean, Nico Collins was like more productive and all that, but Diggs might be a little bit over the hill, and I think you're going to see a lot of hissy fits on the sidelines this year.
Sure
are. Go ahead, Rob. Who do you like in this game?
I got the Colts. I think they are going to run the ball a lot between Richardson and JT. I think they control the clock, and Stroud, as good as he was last year, he did have games where he couldn't get going. He was a turnover machine that game. Not saying he's going to be, but give me the ground and pound with the Colts, and with a sneaky good passing offense too. But I think they control the clock, and it's going to be one of those weird week 1 upsets, if you want to call it an upset, because the line's not even that big. But give me Colts week 1.
And I can't believe I'm going to say this again tonight, but I agree with Rob. Give me the Colts because I think they're going to run the absolute hell out of Jonathan Taylor and control the clock. And I think Anthony Richardson might only throw the ball 15 times.
Well, because they're going to have to run the ball because Anthony Richardson is incredibly inaccurate.
And don't sleep on Michael Pittman as a receiver on the Colts.
No, he's good. And like Gardner Minshew supported that last year. That's why I also think, going off topic, but like Devontae Adams is fine. But Anthony Richardson is historically not accurate at passing. I saw something that was like 54% of his passes, like all time or something.
He's a runner.
And then I forget the stat, but either way. So Adam has the Colts, Rob has the Colts. I have the Texans. I'm the odd man out in a lot of these games. One of us is going to be very right. One of us is going to be very wrong.
One of us is going to be really rich. One of us is going to be really poor.
Well, that goes to the 4:00 games. We have Broncos at Seahawks.
Damn.
It's a Seahawks are giving 4.5. The under is 42.5. The Seattle's a heavy favorite, minus 238.
Give me Seattle.
Adam has Seattle.
It's in Seattle. Rookie quarterback playing in one of the hardest stadiums to play in the NFL
against a very good defense.
That's his first game.
That's why I'm going to go Seattle as well. But I think if it was in Denver, I was actually going to pick Denver.
Bronco, yeah.
Just because I like that running attack, the two-headed monster they got going on now, and Son, like you mentioned before, Rich. But since it's in Seattle, that 12th man, give me Seattle.
That stadium.
And like I said, Geno, I like Geno still as a quarterback last few years. What he could do.
And you can't discount the Broncos defense. One top 3 corners in the NFL.
Yeah,
Surtain.
Awesome.
Well, that's what the one thing is like. So who's he cover? He covers DK.
Metcalf.
Tyler Lockett getting older, but he's still not like awful. And I think new coach JSN is going to be used way more, and he has to be used better than he was last year. I know I cannot
pronounce his name, but I think the number 1 receiver in the Seahawks now is actually the guy from Ohio State.
JSN, Jackson Smith and Jigba.
No,
yeah,
it's still DK.
I don't think that DK is that good.
I don't think it's as far as it is. I mean, you're splitting hairs if you even want to say that, but it's not a bad issue to have if you're going to play which one.
No,
because they're both very good. I just like the guy who I think was a little underrated last year and how good.
Yeah, that'd be like saying the Eagles like, no, Devonta Smith is your number 1 receiver, and Adrian Brown's number 2. It's like, okay,
yeah,
sure.
I'm also taking the Seahawks for all the same reasons. That's a tough place to play. It's a good defense. It's a rookie quarterback. Even though as good Bo looked in the preseason, that's just a tough thing to do in that stadium as a rookie. We're going to go to Raiders at the Chargers. Chargers are giving – it opened at -3. Now they're giving 3.5, 42-point over. They played each other last season. They split last 2 years. They split the series 2-2. The home teams won both of those games for each team. Rob, what do you got?
I think the Raiders are just a mess with quarterback, and the Chargers are better probably than what the record showed last year. If Herbert plays week 1, give me the Chargers. If not, give me the Raiders. But Chargers week 1 for right now.
Adam, go ahead.
Give me the Raiders. I think Max Crosby is going to have 3 sacks on whoever's playing at quarterback for the Chargers, and that's going to force whoever's back there to have happy feet. Throw 2 interceptions. Give me the Raiders.
2 interceptions, 3 sacks, 2 picks. Shambles. Week 1. That's like the Khalil Mack game where it's 6 sacks,
Chargers
and he finished like 13.
Oh, wait. Don't the Chargers have a certain someone named Khalil Mack?
That's why I brought that up. But
That helps my case.
yeah, doesn't help you. I feel like we have a guess of what the Chargers are going to be, but it's hard to say with like a whole new team and a whole new coach. Harbaugh's a pretty good coach. I feel like he's going to be a lot better than Brandon Staley, obviously, because and Harbaugh's a quarterback guy. I think he can improve Herbert. I'm a little in the air. I don't really know who exactly I like in this game, but I think I'm going to take the Chargers. We don't know, and I mean, unless like Gardner just like targets the hell out of Devontae. The Brock Bowers, I don't know. He's a little banged up, but we'll see. But I'm taking the Chargers myself in this one. Next one is the Cowboys at the Browns, 425 game. The game opened Cowboys giving 1.5, and the move to Browns giving 2.5.
Probably Bland getting hurt.
I was thinking the same thing.
Or CD not being signed.
Exactly. This was before CD signed. So if I look up it might have changed back. But Rob, you can start this game.
Cowboys, because I think it's going to come down to both offenses not looking great, but I think the defenses where it's going to hurt the most is with Watson just not looking. He hasn't played in a very long time, and when he did, he didn't look great himself. So just give me the better quarterback in the situation. With both defenses kind of equaling out, just give me the better quarterback to get the score to win. It will be a close one. I think the kickers will come down to whatever team is going to kick the last field goal will probably win this. But give me the Cowboys being that team.
Adam, go ahead.
I don't think it's going to be as close as Rob thinks. I think the Cowboys are going to absolutely just crush the Browns.
Boy, do I hope I'm wrong, man. That's the case.
I think
I didn't know. I was like, oh boy, here we go. And then he said, hey, threw me for a loop there. Go ahead, Cowboys.
I think Mr. I can't stay healthy, Deshaun Watson, or I got too much shit going on off the field, Deshaun Watson, or I got paid so much money, I just don't want to play football anymore, Deshaun Watson is going to just have the worst game he's ever had. I think Cowboys will have at least one pick six. I think Micah Parsons is going to have at least 2 sacks. I think Deshaun Watson might retire after this game if he even plays this game. He's already hurt. But this is what I'm going to say. Only to defend the Browns a little bit in this situation. Their defense is
Myles Garrett, defensive player of the year, going against a rookie left tackle who was a right tackle. So it's not going to be like the Cowboys that's going to be able to move themselves. The Browns have a very good defense. That's why their defense is amazing. But because it's going to come down to left tackle Myles Garrett to me.
So even minus a couple games last year, the Cowboys, even when they played good defense, just still put up points.
Yeah,
minus 1 or 2 games. I mean, they had some skids, but every team has a skid. I'm a Cowboys dick writer today.
Happy birthday, Rob.
Yeah, but it's just the way the cards are being dealt out right now. I just think Cowboys are a much better team than the Browns. Much better.
Agree. Rich?
When you said that, I was just thinking about last year, how I was just busting balls about the Cowboys losing to Arizona. And then the Eagles lost to Arizona. And I remember. Come on. I was like, no, you cannot do this. I've been talking way too much shit about that game all year have you. And then my defense was, well, you lost to Josh Dobbs. I lost to Kyler Murray. But it still was terrible. Either way. Yes, it was just awful. I'm taking the Cowboys also.
You that sounded like it hurt you.
I mean, if I want to, like I wanted to keep track of these picks all year, see who has the highest total, and when we did the pick'em, those other pick'em leagues, I would pick against the Cowboys every week, and that's just they won 12 games, and I won 5 times. I lost 12.
Eagles never won a game on the pick'ems for me yet. Same thing.
So I'm taking the Cowboys also, and that's all I have to say about that. Next game, Commanders at the Buccaneers. The Bucs opened Bucks opened -4.5 and it moved to Bucks -3.5. It's a 42.5 point total. The last time these two teams played, it was Brady, so it doesn't really matter. Adam, what do you got here?
I'm going to take the Bucks only because it's in Tampa. I think if it was in Washington, give me the Commanders. But on the road, rookie quarterback, we've talked about it before with the Broncos being on the road, rookie quarterback on the road, first start ever in the NFL. It's rough, but give me the Bucks. Baker's going to ball out. Mike Evans is going to ball out. But like I said, if this wasn't, Washington. If it was in Washington, I might be.
I need to see more from that court. I mean, there's a lot of questions going around Daniels. So until he plays a few games and make him see what kind of quarterback he could be, give me the Bucks in this one. Yeah. Even if it was like week 2, I still think it would be the Bucks.
I will say that I think his situation week 1 is different than Bo Nix's situation week 1. For a rushing quarterback, I think he could be a little bit, like more effective. Because if Bo Nix is
don't discredit Bo Nix rushing.
I'm all right. Well, Bo Nix rushing and Jaden Daniels rushing are not the same thing.
Different. The Bucks have a good defense, so to kind of maybe cancel.
No, I agree. I'm taking the Bucks here too, but I was just trying to make the point of like Bo Nix situation and Jaden Daniels are very different, and I think it's easier, not as hard for Jaden Daniels to kind of get going, even in a game they lose, where if Bo Nix loses that game, he's probably like 15 for 35 and like threw for 165 yards or something like that. Yeah. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. I'm taking the Bucks also, but I think Jaden Daniels is going to be really good. Here we go. Sunday Night Football. Rams, Lions. Lions -3.5. It started -3, Lions. This is the highest total of the week, 52.5 points. It dropped to 51, but that's a good Sunday Night Football game. They picked a good one there. They met in the playoffs. The last time they met, it was a 1-point game, 24-23 in the playoffs. That was the wild card game, right? That wasn't the game to go to the Super Bowl, right?
No, that was the wild.
That was the wild card, right? Okay. Rob, who do you like in this one? Lions?
Yeah, I got to my team. Give me the Rams. I like them. I'm high on the Rams this year. Give me the Rams.
I hope because my boy Cooper Kupp. I need my boy Cooper Kupp. Adam, what do you got here?
It's in Detroit. I think that stadium's going to be rocking, and those Detroit Lions are going to be hyped. Give me the Lions.
Lions. Oh. This is a tough game. I think the 3.5 is a little
very tough game.
A little much. So do you think Lions are given 3.5 over a field goal because
they're home? That's
they're home.
But like I feel like it's just at home over 3.5, like over that 3-point mark. It's got to be the Rams defense, right? Like they don't think they're four.
I think they're thinking Aaron Darnold is gone, and that defense is going to be trash.
I'm going to take the Lions also. Home team. I think the offense is
too good.
I think the offenses are both good. I don't know. I'm gonna take the Lions, but I if I'm wrong, then I could see myself being wrong here in this.
This is one of the games. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Well,
yeah. All right. The last game of the week, Monday Night Football. Ooh, the Jets at the Niners. The Niners were giving 5. It moved to giving 3.5. I didn't put the total of this game here, but Adam, this is your game. Go ahead.
Oh, give me the Niners.
It's 44-point total.
Yeah, but give me the Niners.
Just Niners. Okay.
Yeah, they're hungry. It's in San Fran. Jets have to travel across the country to play on a Monday Night Football game. Aaron Rodgers is coming off an Achilles injury. There's a good chance that he gets hit 5 times in the first 3 series.
Jets have a very good offensive line, don't they?
I was going to say, just because all the points you just made, I'll just make counter. Tyrone Smith, former left tackle, Cowboys Hall of Famer, new left tackle there, replace it. Help his blind side with Bosa. As much as a circus you're going to see with Rodgers and his Achilles, Trent Williams still hasn't practiced. You're a week away. You could just start it to sign, so he's going to be a little rusty. That's Lamb would be. So to just say it's easily Niners, I can't say that. And I'm still going to go the Niners, but I just don't think it's going to just give me the Niners kind of like you just said. I don't think – I easily can see the Jets win just because of all the Niners off-season issues, as much as you said about the Aaron Rodgers and the Jets. But give me the better lately. What have you done for me lately kind of team? Give me the Niners.
Jets have a very good defense too.
Jets, yeah. I mean, a lot of you see our fantasy pro stuff and all that. People say Jets are the number one overall defense. They said don't look at week 1 against the Niners. After that, they should be a pretty stout defense all the way through.
7-10 last year with majority of Zach Wilson. I mean, it was like Breece Hall and that defense. Like for them to get 7 wins as bad a quarterback play that they had, their defense is good. I'm taking the Niners, but that's the point I wanted to make, that the Jets have a good defense.
And they have an amazing quarterback if he's healthy.
And he's still Aaron Rodgers. He's 44. How old is he? 40 years old?
40, 41. He's up there.
But I mean, he used to like scamper a little bit out of the pocket, but I think he's going to just.
He was a hard guy to tackle in his prime.
I think it's just his like defensive, like he felt that presence in the pocket, and he knew his times to run, and he just like, I see the opening and I'm going to go. And I mean, Garrett Wilson,
Breece Hall. Oof. And we'll be fun it's gonna be a great game. I'm very excited to watch this game. I'll be rooting for the Jets obviously to win, but I think the Niners do win.
You better hope the Niners jump out to an early lead, or my darts are gonna go.
Well, that's awesome. But
yeah. Well, I mean, you saw like Devontae Adams with Aaron Rodgers. He just got fed. And I think Garrett Wilson, Aaron Rodgers
Wilson combo this year
is healthy, he's just going to get fed.
Supposed to be the combo last year too.
Well, I mean, yeah, but he tore his Achilles in 4 plays. It's hard to see the combo in 4 plays. Even if he got 1 pass, that's 25% of Aaron Rodgers' season.
That combo is supposed to be XABY, and it ended up being XBA. Ow.
Okay.
All right. How many beers do you have? Jesus Christ.
That was something. Okay. Well, those are our picks, our divisions. If you like what you saw, subscribe, like, comment. You can tell us your picks in the comments. Who's right, who's wrong. And if you guys don't have anything else, we can get out of here.
That's all I really got for today. I can't wait for the games to start with the trash talk, or not the trash talk, but I like the banter back and forth. Where once you actually see the teams play, you can see maybe which direction they're going to be going in this year. Small sample size nonetheless, but I'm excited to see some football. The Eagle Cowboy trash talk, the Niner trash talk, not necessarily trash talk, but just the talking of football in general.
I mean, just because we're trash talk, it doesn't mean we're trying to be.
And that's the thing, not even trash talking, just like legit, like logical, like conversations that make sense.
Yeah.
We try to have logical conversations.
We try to, yeah.
We try.
The birthday beers usually come out,
My heart gets in it.
Well, Sam, yeah,
I can't wait for week 1, the Eagles to have like 3 bad plays, and Rich is wearing his new green Jordans, and he just takes them off.
They're right there.
Should probably just leave them there. No. I'll put it down, Rob.
Well, is that all you got, Adam, about my shoes?
What are you doing?
He's married to the Niners. Congratulations.
Married to the Niners.
Okay. Well, for Adam, Rob, I'm Richie. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Bye, everyone.